What's going on, everybody? It's NBL967 back here with another video. And today's video will be the most important part about MyCareer. Pie charts and creating your own build. Because we all know that 2K loves their archetypes. I believe it was 17, it was just a single archetype, and you were literally, like for me, I was just a playmaker. You're telling me the best players in the NBA is just has one skill that they're really good at and everything else is below average? No. Then they switch to dual archetypes. You still mean to tell me that they're only good at two different things? And then they switched to pie charts, which was still at the most maybe two, maybe three if you could find the right build. And even then, you weren't really godlike in either one of them. So, I did some math. I used some website, I forgot what it was. But the NBA 2K20 pie charts for the dual archetype, say you wanted to do like a sharpshooting facilitator where you put the green and you put the orange as yellow. Well, for those two strong archetypes, it would be 35% for both, and then for the other two, it would be 15% for both. And then if you want one strong archetype, it looks like it's about 62% for just the one strong archetype, and then 12% for the other three. And the problem with the current charts, besides those problems, is the fact that they combine slashing with finishing and some of post scoring, and post scoring is in like playmaking with the post moves. They also have it in finishing, and they have the post fadeaway in shooting, which is completely messed up. And then they also have defending and rebounding together, because that doesn't really make sense. Like, if you're a good defender, it doesn't also mean you're going to be a good rebounder. Let's try going back to NBA 2K19's organization of all these archetypes, and they would be separated by how they once were: playmaking, slashing, shooting, post scoring, rebounding, and defending. And in this instance, where we have all of the available archetypes to edit, since you would finally be able to edit the player however you really want to, instead of being limited to how 2K says that NBA players are, there would be no need for you to copy someone like Smooth, Agent, let's go with like Troydan, Cash, someone like them, you know? Or like better park players like Orlando and Chicago, Ticino, and players like them. You wouldn't need to copy them anymore, or you don't need to copy your friend. You don't need to ask your friend, hey, what do you think is the best build? Instead, you could just be like, hey, I think I really want to be a good dunker, I want to be a good shooter, I don't really care about defense, but I'll be a decent post scorer. So, you know, you could literally do whatever you want based on my system, not 2K's system. But, of course, we still need restrictions. We don't need 7-foot point guard or center demigods. Just like how it was, I think, like 2K15 or 16. I think that was the very reason. I think it was 15, because I think that was the very reason I never even played Park back then. But also because my Wi-Fi was really hot booty cheeks. Anyway, you know, centers that are 6'10" and taller shouldn't be able to have like a 66 ball control, speed with ball, lateral quickness, and whatnot. And then same thing for guards. They shouldn't have a high interior defense, their post hug, their post control, and all that stuff. They shouldn't have anything crazy high like that a normal guard really wouldn't have, unless you're Michael Jordan, Kobe. Those are literally the only guys that really have a great post game. And interior defense, no guard truly has that, because they're so small they can't really affect someone of Joel Embiid's stature. One of the most important parts about being able to actually edit your player, I know that 2K gave us like our 416 at the most if you were a guard attributes to use, and once you were a center or power forward, especially small forwards, you had probably like at the highest 387, I think. And that 30 attribute drop off is a big difference, being able to spread it around everywhere that you want. So instead of 416 as the max, I was thinking everyone gets 1,250. And hear me out, 2K. I'm not trying to have everyone start with, like, if you want to have strong sharpshooting, that you can start off with like a 63 at the lowest, and then, you know, you only have to use like 32 of your attributes to get it to a 95. What I was thinking is that all of the attributes actually start off at 25, which is why I have 1,250 attributes for us to use. With that being said, for playmaking, here are the stats that we should be able to use and adjust. Speed with ball, instead of it being based on our ball control and our speed. So speed with ball, ball control, passing accuracy, and passing IQ. Especially passing IQ, because if you're making an inbounds pass, and you know you should either like do an over the head pass or you try wrapping it around him, I should not throw a chest pass. That makes absolutely zero sense. That is completely stupid. You mean to tell me LeBron and Nikola Jokic would do that? No. Okay. So then for finishing, driving layup, shot close, standing dunk, driving dunk, vertical, and strength. Then for shooting, standing mid-range, moving mid-range, standing three-point, moving three-point, and free throw. I have no idea why they got rid of the standing and moving ratings. Like, you don't see players like Nemanja Bjelica, who's a sharpshooter in real life. He does not take anybody off the dribble. So him having like an 89 three-point means that he should not be doing it off the dribble. I know that's what Badgers are for. Like, if he doesn't have difficult shots, then it should be harder for him to hit it. Regardless, he should not really be hitting those because he does not take anybody off the dribble or try creating his own shot. Next is rebounding. Offensive rebound, defensive rebound, and box out. Like, why would you add a box badge but you don't have a box out rating? That just does not make sense. But of course it's something that 2K would do. Anyway, we're going on to defending. Interior defense, perimeter defense, lateral quickness, steal, block, shot contest, and pass perception. The main reason we need shot contest is because if I'm pressing triangle or if I'm flicking or holding the right stick up, I should have tried to contest him instead of standing there admiring his beautiful jumper. Where instead of it going from a 68% contested shot because I was trying to jump, it goes to 27 and he just cashes it in my face. And for pass perception, we need that rating mainly because we tip the ball way too many times instead of actually like trying to get the steal from the passing lane. And then for post scoring, the usual post fadeaway, post hook, and post moves. And then there's a bunch of attributes that 2K does have, of course, and obviously, but they actually do go towards our rating. But when it comes to MyCareer, it does not go towards our rating for whatever reason. So like draw foul, offensive and defensive consistency, reaction time, stamina, hustle, durability, hands, help defense IQ, pick and roll IQ. Oh no, I did put pass IQ, I'm stupid. And then acceleration. And then with all of that being said, I'm gonna base this off of like a build that I would like to have. So with my 28 individual stats to edit and a total of 1,250 attributes to apply to our archetypes, and I did the math, 28 times 25 is 700. So at the end you should have 1,950 total attributes. And that's not including the other stats that I just listed that for some reason in MyCareer just doesn't go towards your stats. So let's say I have a 7'1" center, max wingspan, max weight, and I don't know what the specific restrictions would be, especially under this system, but let's say I wanted a standing mid of 80, then a moving mid of 25, and same thing with my moving three-pointer, because I'm not trying to take anybody off the dribble. I just want a respectable jump shot where if you leave me open, maybe I can green it, but not like a guaranteed bucket. It's just I don't want to be stuck in the paint and clogging up the space. And then a standing three-point of 72, free throw 74. I probably should have even put at like 68 or something like that because I could have used it somewhere else. And then defending, lateral quickness 63. Interior defense 95, although lateral quickness 63 might be high for someone that's 7'1", but it's still not really elite high. Then steal 51, block 89, shot contest 87. I don't know if I said interior defense, but that's supposed to be 95. But then pass perception 51. Playmaking, my speed with ball would be 51. So when I'm doing my Nikola Jokic, I don't feel like a complete slug, even though Jokic probably moves a little bit like a slug. Okay, anyway, not anymore. Skinny Jokic is a thing right now. Ball control 39, pass accuracy 79, pass IQ 71, especially because, actually, I think I might have touched on that. I'm not going to repeat myself. But then finishing, shot close 86, driving layup 71, standing dunk 88, driving dunk 78, vertical 67, and strength 95. Post scoring would be post moves of 83, post fadeaway 86, post hook 72, and that's because post hooks are completely trash in 2K. I don't care what anybody says. You could have the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar unstoppable sky hook. You could be 87% contested, you could be 14% contested, you could be 29% contested. You'll still miss it. That's just how it's been for me. And then rebounding, defensive and offensive, both a 92, and then box out 90. And then for each category, This is the total attributes. For shooting, I got 274, defending 436, playmaking 240, finishing 485, post scoring 241, and rebounding 274. For a grand total of 1,950 attributes. And for the player camps that I would go to, I would probably definitely go to shooting for cat, and then get +4 everywhere. And then I would do rebounding, maybe, and definitely finishing. Yeah. I'll do those and then let my fluctuating overall system get the other boosts and whatnot. And then I did also ask my friend, who was one of the players that I played 2K with the most, and he gave me a 6'6" shooting guard with default wingspan, default weight. And these are his stats. Standing mid of 92, moving mid of an 88, standing 3-point 92, moving 3 84, free throw 87. Defending, lateral quickness 80, interior defense 36, steal 73, block 54, shot contest 77, pass perception 75, playmaking 83, ball control 80, not playmaking 83, speed with ball 83, pass accuracy 81, pass IQ 78, and then for finishing, shot close 83, driving layup 86, standing dunk 72, driving dunk 83, vertical 84, strength 56, and then post scoring would be 53, post moves, post fadeaway 72, post hook 42, rebounding, offensive rebound would be 47, defensive rebound 63, and a box out rating of 49. Then his total for each individual category: shooting 443, defending 395, playmaking 322, finishing 464, post scoring 167, rebounding 159, for a grand total once again 1,950 attributes. And these are, of course, without those other attributes that technically should have affected our rating, but because it's 2K's MyCareer, it just doesn't affect your rating. And the camps that he would end up going to would be shooting, defending, and finishing, if I remember that correctly. So now that I think about it, not having those ratings that you use to get a boost from your NBA player camps, not getting that extra boost from the fluctuating overall system, would actually completely suck. Not only because not everyone in 2K is a 99. Sure, at like in this stage, during this month, and like maybe even 2 months, 3 months ago, everyone's at least like a 97. At least that's what it feels like in rec. Not everyone's gonna hit 99. So I take it back. We should actually have the fluctuating overall system affect it the same way it does this year. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to also share this with people like Chris Move, Troydan, Ticino, Agent, people like them, the big bosses. Mike Wang actually controls development, so I don't know, let LD know. Definitely don't let Ronnie know, because he's gonna tell us that it's the same neighborhood. He's gonna tell us it's not the same neighborhood, even though it definitely is. But that's besides the point. Also, feel free to leave in the comment section the type of build that you would like, whether you just say like you want someone like Sean Kemp, they could shoot better, or you know, actually put the complete 1,250 stats that you would like to have for your player, or do your own Google spreadsheet, do your own numbers, and like put it out on Twitter or something with a hashtag. I don't know, make your own hashtag. I wouldn't know. I'm not really good at this stuff. So with all that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.